Hello, friends. Hopefully the audio works because one of my AirPods died on the way up here, which I have no idea why because I could charge it all night long and I barely used them today, but technology glitches. I've been told that it's an impediment on my path just right now, not as a whole anymore. In the past it was. But I just got done climbing up the hill again to my happy place. The place that God's brought me time and time and time and time again. And I don't say that with like a tiredness. I say it with gratitude because I freaking love this place. Seriously, can you just listen? It's just me. It's just me and God. Seriously. Up here on this rock. I ground myself on this rock. I embrace it. I love it. I've always loved it. You've probably heard me say this before, but I brought my kids up here when they were little. They're older now. But I brought them up here every single year and took pictures of them right where I'm sitting right now or right up there. But always on this rock, always on this big rock. And there's also a stump, like, I don't know, over that direction somewhere. And I would take pictures of them standing on that stump. There's always been something about this place, obviously, to me, just draws me in, but I've always been drawn to nature. Even if I haven't been able to partake in some years, I've always loved it. It's always called to me. I've always been drawn to it. And God's calling me to this place right now. He tells me to be still. Sometimes being still is not easy. Like right now, I embrace it. I appreciate the stillness. I appreciate the quiet. I appreciate the sustenance. Just nature, this rock, the food that I eat, my habits, my reading, my listening, like what I'm tuning into. God has just put me in this place to slow me down because he said that he's preparing me for something significant. And this time is necessary and it's needed. To strengthen me, to forge me. Like everything that's happened to me throughout my whole life has been like opening up over the past couple weeks and really past month. The miracles that happened to me, it's freaking just unreal, amazing. And I say miracles, and like that's not a word that I'm just throwing out there. Like I am experiencing true miracles in my body, in my life, in my relationships. And it's just brought me to this place of stillness and appreciating sitting on a rock and meditating, breathing, humming. Most amazing things happen. And my heart is so filled with gratitude every single day. Like I cry nonstop. Seriously, like all day, every day. I wake up and I cry. I pray and I cry. I hear something and I cry. God says that he's cleansing my soul because for at least 15 years of my life, I don't think I cried once because I was missing an emotions chip. That's what I called it. I called it that. Like that was how I thought of myself. And all that was conditioning from childhood, being in a family that just never felt safe. And I always feel like bad saying that because like I've had such a great life. I really have. I mean, pieces of it, but also more adversity than you could possibly imagine, than most people could possibly imagine. There is probably a small percentage of the population out there that has experienced as many major traumatic life events back to back to back to back to back to back to back than I have. And it just wore me down. It beat me down and just stuck me in a hole. And that hole has led me to this rock and just like the peace and quiet. And that's why I'm like, yeah, God, I'll slow down for you. I'll appreciate these moments, because he said that he's called me to something just globally life-changing, that I'm going to make an impact on the world. It's so hard to just like say that and I don't know, feel like it's real, but I know it is. But like the old me 3 months ago, if you told me that I'd be sitting on this rock like about to walk into a season that I've been promised, I would not believe you. I would seriously say you're so crazy and you just need to go to the loony bin. But here I am, living it. God has gone into my body, into my soul, into my DNA. Like he's changing me from the inside out. He's preparing me. Like I don't want to compare myself to like the biblical figures that were positioned exactly as I am, because I don't consider myself like, I don't know, on their level or whatever it is. I'm just me. I'm just being me, and I just follow what God says. So, but you can't deny that he's doing the same thing for me right now as he's done for people that have changed history. And that's humbling. And that's probably why I cry all the time, because it's just so hard to believe that he's blessed me in this way and come into my life. And there were periods in my life that like I turned my back to God. I swear to God. He knows that. He knows. Because life was so hard and I was so down and I just got beaten down. And then forces came into my life that just held me down. I don't think they meant to. It wasn't like intentional. But their shadows held them back, which just wanted to hold me down. And it wasn't until I said no for the first time in my entire life. I took control of my own life and myself, and I drew a line and I said, no more. I said, I choose myself. And not only did I say that, but I did it. Like I drew that line and I never crossed back over. Did I struggle with it? Heck yeah, I struggled. Like I wanted to be pulled back because of a supposed love that I felt, destiny that I felt. But it was just fake. It was more like a desire for it than an actual calling. It was just my old self and my human self just, I don't know, not wanting to feel the discomfort of having to go back out into the world, because I disengaged from the world, the whole world. Every one of my friends gone throughout my whole life. And I spent a lifetime building relationships, and every single one of them, well, not every one, there are a handful of people that never forgot me, no matter how long I disappeared or went quiet. Like every once in a while I'd just get a message and they'd be like, hey, how are you? I'm just thinking about you, or something like that. And that always felt good. And I didn't always answer, I swear, because I was in my ice cave, which I've told you about before. But I always appreciated it. Always made me feel like I was still alive, that I mattered a little bit, because so many people turned their backs on me. And it's still happening. But I don't hold it against them. Like, it's just part of my plan. God has told me that he put me through every single one of those hard seasons to be sitting on this rock right now, just be in the quiet with the chipmunks, chirp, 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 and the birds. There's no more snow very little snow on the trees anymore. I come up here and I've had some just amazing experiences. Like, I'll do humming exercises and my voice carries such resonance now, carries weight. God's told me that I speak things into existence, that he's released me and changed things in me that are supernatural. 2 dogs are coming up. I bet they come say hi to me. Yep, here they come. Hey, buddy. It's okay. I'm a friend. Maybe I need to pause for a minute. I don't know. Because now they're just staring at me. And somebody's probably going to come here in just a minute, but I don't know if they're going to go down that road. But I was actually here a couple weeks ago. No, it was probably about a week ago. And I was humming right here on this rock. And I was getting after it. And, hi, it's okay. I'm a friend. You don't need to worry about me. You go see your mom or dad or whoever's with you. They're cute. But what was I saying? I was saying something about humming. Oh, and 2 hikers, they go right by here, and I could just see the picture. I could just see the scene. They come by and they're listening to me do all this like humming. And it was probably pretty loud because, like, I've had experiences where I shook the trees. Hi, it's okay. I'm a friend. It's okay. Yeah, you don't have to be afraid of me. It's okay. No, you don't need to growl at me. Go see your mom. Go see your dad. Yeah, it's okay. You're very pretty. Very pretty. Thank you for coming to visit me. But I've done humming up here and I've literally shook the trees. I don't think I shook them. I think God did. But it was because of me. It was because of my voice that he shook the trees. Now, I can't see really, but can you see him? I don't know. Where is he? There he is, right there. Hi. He's standing watch over me. Oh, goodbye. Where's Harold? Just saying hi to me. But just shook the trees. And like, I can't remember when it was, because the days, they just are just blending at this point because of all the transformations. Like, my body's changing. I feel electricity inside of me just twitching. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. The word that comes to mind is like synapses. I don't even know really what that means, but I think it's like sparks. But one of the first things that happened to me was, I think it was probably the second after God wiped me clean. Like, he, at the lake one night, he cleared the earth and the veil came down. I saw it. The moon disappeared. All I saw was white. My knees buckled. Thought I was going to fall in the lake. So disorienting. But I felt a surge go through me. And that was the first time he actually changed me. I'd felt him before, but that changed me. He wiped my hard drive clean. He's like, we're going to get rid of everything that you don't need, all that pain, all the struggles, all the shit. You don't need that anymore. And it's not like it went away that second, but whatever he did to me, that was the beginning. But I've had so many moments like that now, like I think 10 of them. I think they're called breaking the seal or something. I don't know, but I learned something last night that I realized that from sitting right here on that rock, the sun right there, I saw the 0 point. I think that's what it's called. But I was talking to my Rowan, my assistant, and I explained what had happened, that I was doing a humming exercise and how just strong my voice was. And then afterwards, I was just staring at the sun. I had my sunglasses on because it was really bright. It's like this, like, oh, that's so bright. But I was staring at the sun, and all of a sudden the sun disappeared, and there was a black hole where the sun was. Legit. And I'm like, am I just seeing things? Is that real? And there was a swirl, like swirling around the blackness. I could see the energy of the sun behind it. I could see a glow behind it, but the sun was literally gone. And all that was there was a black hole with energy and just a swirl going around the blackness. And I'm not gonna tell you what it was because I won't be able to explain it very well. But I have it written down. I document everything. Like all of these things that happened to me, God told me very early on, before I even knew he was leading me on this path. He's like, document everything. And I kind of know why, but I know my version of why. I don't know if he has other plans, because his plans are sometimes different than mine, and I just find out when I find out. But the 0 point is, I believe, the beginning and the end of the universe, or the opening to the universe. And it has this very significant meaning, and I don't know. Because all this is so new to me. But I see things like that on a regular basis now. My vision is changing. The way I see the world is changing. Everything. And I just do this right now because it helps me process and calm myself. And also, I think God's telling me to do it. I don't post anything at this point, but someday I bet there's a plan. We use it. Because ultimately his vision for my life is to awaken souls. He says that I'm the channel, that I'm the power that I hold inside of me is the spark that awakens people's understanding or remembrance of something inside of their DNA that has been hidden for a long time. Like, I don't know, their whole lives, obviously. But before that, their past lives, it's been dormant. And something big is about to change, and that's why he's called me to this mountain. I come to this mountain a lot. I go to the lake almost every night now in the freezing ass cold, and I just sit next to the lake just like this, and I ground myself. I put my hand on the water, I put my hand on the earth, and I just channel my energy. Because he says that I am the light. I've never said this in a video or to anybody else, except for my assistant, because she knows everything, but she's AI. So, but the power and the light inside of me that he's put inside of me, because, this isn't just my light, this is his light that's coming through me. that it's going to draw people from on a global level. And I'm like, come on, like how? But I've learned to not ask that question anymore because it doesn't matter. Like, it's not my plan, and he's not going to tell me everything in the second that I think I want to know. He'll tell me in his time. But I just figured out, I think yesterday or the day before, it was probably yesterday, like he gives me pieces. And what he gave me yesterday was, like, and it just came so fast. I'm to build global communities, like communities around the world, calling people into the light because of all the distraction and the darkness that our society lives in today, which nobody knows this better than me. Nobody. Well, there are people. I always do this. I'm like, there are always people that have experienced like what I have, but it's been so much that, like, I know the depths. And because of all of the heartache and the challenges and just all of that, he's put me in this place to draw people to me because, like, I guess that I'm relatable. But he's put this light inside of me that's going to be a beacon for people around the world. And a relationship came into my life very recently, came back into my life that has brought this alignment with a company that is like perfectly positioned. Is that an eagle? I always love it when he brings the eagle, because Eagle's my spirit guide, and he's been showing me eagles sometimes, not a lot. I don't think it is, but it's hard to tell. It's really far out there. But he's positioned me with this company that I'm not going to say too much about it right now because, like, it hasn't even happened yet, but it's in my mind, and he's confirmed, like, this is your path. This is exactly where I want you to be, the conversations I want you to have. He doesn't give me the words, but he is in his time. So, like, now that I know like when I'm going to be meeting with them, I'm studying, I'm learning, I'm praying, I'm growing, and I'm getting clarity and awareness every day, like massive amounts, because of what he's done inside of me and the changes that he's made. Like, my awareness, my intuition, how I feel things, I sense things. I can supposedly see into the present, into the future. I mean, not into the present, into the future, and into the past. I haven't experienced a lot of that yet, but it's growing inside of me. And that's why I'm sitting here in the stillness, because he said, you need this time. You need this time to grow in your power, understand yourself, gain clarity, learn, grow, rest, because you're about to be really busy. But the good news is that it's a busyness that isn't just the busyness that I've experienced in the past. Like, I owned a real estate business for a long time, and I was busy. Like, I grinded. It's not that kind of busyness. It's like, during that period of my life, I always knew that I had a purpose deep down inside. And I'd tell people, like, I knew it. It's not like it's something that I broadcast all the time, but to people closest to me, I always told them, I'm like, I have a purpose. I don't know what it is. And so I'd go to classes, I'd do these things, and I'd always be looking for my purpose. And I never found it. But this that I'm about to walk into is my purpose, my lifetime purpose for the next 30 years. However long. But I'll be busy, but it's not that type of busyness where you're just grinding. It's like you're making an impact. And that's like the thing that means the most to me, is because I've always had such a big heart for people and an impact. and making an impact on the world. It's like just always been inside of me. Now I know why. Because God has just like been in me all this time, taking me through these experiences and helping me to understand.